And welcome back to the Journey to the FarLands. Alright, let's break out of here. Have a look around real quick. Okay, we don't have any nasty hostile types around, so we'll just close up the hidey hole, find west, and proceed onward on the Journey to the FarLands. Alright. Hope everybody's having a great day. I'm having a fantastic day because the weather is awesome. And let's see. You know what else is awesome? Getting some more wool for the supply. Yeah. Okay, we have a spider. Okay, it's bright enough that you're not hostile, so we'll just go. And there's a creeper in the water, so we'll skip the water. Don't care to encounter creepers. Not really. Never had a whole lot of good luck with them. But yeah, the weather has been really awesomely fantastic. It's up to 80 degrees today. And granted, 80 degrees is right about at the what I would consider the upper level of my personal comfort zone. It is still a whole lot more welcome than the really cold temperatures that have been the general rule for the last several months. It's nice to be sitting here without wearing a coat and having to bundle up like I was going out into the Arctic, just simply sitting in my living room because of my seemingly terminal lack of heat situation. I'm very glad for summer coming along because I don't have to be as concerned about heat. I am still concerned about it because, well, given the way things work for me, I need to think about next fall now. I really do. I need to think about next fall and the eventual return to cold weather, because we know that's going to happen. All right. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and use a boat. Proceed a little bit easier here. Let's see, which way looks like it's going to be the easiest. Let's go this way. Now watch, I'll have wasted the boat. Yeah, okay, I've wasted the boat. Well, that's all right. That's perfectly fine. Whoops. Jumped a little soon. And you see, I should have waited until I was over here, and yeah. All right, we'll use another one. And yeah, that's closed in, so we'll head over this, which is also closed in, but it looks like it goes a little farther. All right, maybe not as much as I thought. Well, that's all right. What good is a boat if you don't use it once in a while? And I think, just for giggles, I'm going to start leaving, anytime I leave a intact boat, I'm going to pop a torch on the beach where it's parked, just for the heck of it. Maybe a little, sort of like a little beacon for places where I've been to in the event that I ever should release downloads of this world, which I might do on occasion, say for example after reaching a fundraising goal, because hey, why not? All right, it's new boat time, and I have to make new boats because I wasted one. well, 2 actually, so I'll just make 2. If I can do it right. Whoops. Break this down. Alright. And we're off. And we've got a much larger area of water to cover here. Alright. Anyway, speaking of fundraising goals, there are 2 fundraising goals with this series. It started out with the Child's Play charity as a fundraising goal, as an object to raise funds for, because it's a really worthy cause and so on. And this series is emulating Kurtjmac's FarLands or Bust, and that's the charity that he is raising funds for, and I see no reason not to do that. So there's that, and there's a second fundraising cause that I added when my brother died, because when he died, his family was left in a horrendously desperate situation, because his income was the only income in that entire household, and naturally, of course, when he died, that income stopped, and they were very much left in a lurch. And the situation hasn't really improved much, because, you know, his wife is blind and has her own medical situations, and therefore is not able to get any kind of a job. And even if she could, there is the issue that this is a small town area, very small town, rural area, and there's not that many jobs here to begin with. And those that are here, those jobs that there are, inevitably end up going to the young, healthy set first, which, from an employer standpoint, I can easily understand that. I mean, employers would prefer, naturally, to hire people that are better able to do the jobs they're hired for, and so on. Alright, and okay, we'll just head over this way. Looks like we can get through over here, and so on. And I do want to thank an unknown person. I don't know who it was, but there was someone who donated to that cause of this family in need last week, or a few days ago after the previous episode. And I thank you very much. Appreciate that really a lot. What we got here? Oh, lava. Yeah, well, we don't want to go swimming in that, do we? Anyway, we're proceeding onward here. And I was watching some live stream footage a couple of days ago. Kurtjmac celebrating the 4-year anniversary of his FarLands or Bust expedition, of when it started. And, you know, it just occurred to me, there is some similarities here with Kurtjmac and myself. He started the Let's Play series that eventually became the FarLands expedition. He started that in March of 2011, and in March of 2011 is when I started Minecraft. Okay, that's not quite the same thing, but it's close enough for me. And that was kind of cool. And well, actually, the main thing about that live stream that struck me was, it occurred to me to look up when was the last time he pressed F3? Because, oh, wait a minute. It's time to do the sleeping situation here. There we go. Okay. Anyway, so the last time he pressed F3 was after the at the end of the last Flobathon, which is this big live streaming event where he's live streaming the FarLands or Bust World. And well, that one was a 12-hour marathon live stream. And at the end of that, he pressed F3, and that's when he learned that, well, this was a celebration. That's a celebration of having reached a fundraising goal. So he pressed F3, and that's when he discovered that he had gone, at that point, 1,479,940 blocks from spawn. And that's a long way. That's like really close to 1,500 kilometers. That's a long way to walk in Minecraft. Now, obviously, of course, since I have not reached... I'm using the same kind of idea here, that F3 is for part of a celebration thing, ceremony, whatever, for having reached a fundraising goal. And so I don't know how far I've gone because I haven't achieved any fundraising goals yet. But in that live stream, I saw something that gave me a little bit of a measure of comparison. A measure of comparison between my Journey to the FarLands and FarLands or Bust. Now, granted, FarLands or Bust is like 430 or 450 some episodes. I don't remember exactly. I know it's way up there, over 400. And so he's been doing this for a long time, 4 years, non-stop, whereas I had this really inexplicably long hiatus. Whoa. Let's watch where we're walking here. And so on. So, but this measure of comparison, if you will, is the size of the world. Because in the live stream, he showed the screen, that the single-player world screen where you can, well, like you saw at the beginning of this episode, it shows the worlds loaded and that are available to that copy of Minecraft, and it shows, among other things, the size of those worlds. And where this world is, according to Minecraft, 953.96 megabytes, just under a gigabyte in size. The FarLands or Bust world is... whoa, let me stop for just a second so that I can read this without walking off a cliff. The FarLands or Bust world is right at 16 gigabytes in size. It's 16,384 megabytes. That's a long ways. That is a huge world save. I understand he's got like several 3 terabyte hard drives full of backups and so on, incremental backups that have been made along the way, and so on. But that gives me a little bit of a kind of a benchmark, because I am at well, at the beginning of this episode, 953 megabytes. So, just short of 1,000 megabytes, 1 gigabyte, or, well, okay, technically 1024 megabytes is a gigabyte, but close enough for government work. And that means that I have actually, in the 38 episodes up until this one that I have done, I have actually traveled a somewhat noticeable fraction of the distance that he has traveled. Specifically, I have managed to go 1/16th of the distance that he's gone. And that's cool. I like that. That gives me a comparison, a useful comparison, because obviously comparing F3 numbers, even if I were at a point where I would be willing to press F3, comparing those numbers is not quite, well, it would be very useful and whatnot, but obviously it would only be extremely useful if we both were to be pressing F3 at the same time, and somehow I kind of doubt that is likely to happen. It could, but I think the likelihood of it happening is actually fairly low. Whoa. Yeah, let's take this one step at a time. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So, you know, up until then, I had I was kind of sort of wondering, you know, what amount of progress I had made, and so on. And then when I saw that in the live stream, and it occurred to me that a comparison of world sizes would be something of a ballpark measure. And yeah, I think I'm going to try to pay attention to that, because he does, in the FarLands or Bust episodes, occasionally mention what the world size of the FarLands or Bust world is. And I can compare that to the size of this world and have a little bit of a running benchmark comparison thing. I kind of like that. That's cool. And so on. And so that's a pretty decent distance to have gone. I obviously I don't know what that distance is, but to get in a Minecraft world and walk in one direction until it is almost 1 gigabyte in size, well, that makes for a pretty good sized world. And so on. So, I'm going to kind of keep sort of tabs on that to whatever degree I can, because I like having that little bit of comparison, and I don't think it's a bad idea comparing my progress with his, since I'm basically doing the same sort of thing, walking to the FarLands and Minecraft Beta 1.7.3 in an effort to raise funds for worthy causes. So that's cool. And I was even thinking about, you know, what could I do about catching up with him? You know, because the only way to really catch up will be to make progress faster than he does. And I know for a long time he's been doing 3 Minecraft days per episode and 3 episodes per week. So that's per week 12 Minecraft days worth of progress. And I've been thinking about doing something to increase the rate at which I make progress. Either add more Minecraft days per episode, or have more episodes per week, or some combination of the two, so that in any given week I can achieve more than 12 days worth of progress, which means I would actually be catching up a little bit. Of course, that doesn't allow for the progress that he makes in his Flobathon events, which are really long marathon events that are live streamed. But then again, those Flobathon events don't happen very often. There's only been like, what, 4 of them? Okay, I need to find my hidey hole for the day, which I think is going to be right here. I'm also thinking that I've noticed that my shovel, you notice that its damage is pretty doggone low here. Whoa. Worse than low. It's gone. And that is kind of significant, because that diamond shovel was brand new when I started this expedition. When I started my Journey to the FarLands, that shovel was, all of my diamond gear was brand new when I started. So that means, I'm going to dig this back a little bit more, dig it down. Too high is a little bit cramped. Okay, let's throw down the workbench, and it's time for a ceremonious manufacture of the second ever diamond shovel in this world. Boom. Well, actually, not the second ever. The second one since the journey began. I think there was at least one that I used up during the mining at the beginning in the first episode. Okay, let's throw a little more light up there. Okay, in any event, as always, you can donate to either the childsplaycharity.org cause or the fundraiser for this family in need. In the description, I have a Journey to the FarLands webpage set up that has the donation widget for Child's Play Charity, and there is a link on that page to the fundraiser for the family in need, and the link for that page is also in the description as well. So, as always, thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.